Some of you are wrong in speculating that I was a theater kid, but close because I probably could have or would have been under different circumstances. You gotta remember, when it comes to the parents, gay, right? So I couldn't have, I wasn't allowed to. I did, however, spend many a night reenacting the Rocky Horror Picture Show, you know, with my friends while it would play. Many a night dressed up in my friends' clothing, because almost 90% of my friends were girls, and so, you know, and it was just fun and silly, whatever. You know, and I you know, of course, I love to be silly and play around, but I never was actually a theater kid, and it's important to point out because like, I know I'm weird, but I don't even want to say it, but they're different. It's like when you go through the process of becoming a theater kid, you come out on the other side and people just know it. And I know a lot of you are like, you think you're clocking me on it, but trust me that when I say I can look, I'm like, that's a theater kid. You're different, not in a bad, but it's noticeable, right? You're like, I'm not a theater kid. I was not. It's not an insult, but I'm saying, like, you guys, you also, like, you know things, and there's, like, terminology and stuff, and so I can't play along and pretend like I am, you know, because it would be like you wanting to have skateboarded, but never have doing it, and then, like, you know, and it's like, oh, you seem like a skater because you wear skater clothes, and then you can't say yes, because if you start talking about skater stuff, you're like, oh, I don't know any of that. I'm like, well, do you skate? And you're like, oh, so it turns out I just really love the idea, but no, I don't. So I think it's almost like that, you know. So I can't rightfully be like, oh yeah, no, I love theater and but I don't, you know. But also though, how do I? It's like you have less social filters. You care less about what any, you know, and so in that turn makes you look weird. There, I said it. I'm so sorry.